positives to be drawn from that first half performance going into the half leading for the first time this season?
I think there are a lot of positives to be drawn. First off, I think our quarterback, Deshaun Fumaka, 20 of 31 for 272, for 2 touches, and that's the first time I think he's had 2 touchdowns in a game, throwing. His long pass play of the day was 71 yards. He did take 2 sacks. K'Ron Adams had 157 yards rushing. So obviously, no, that's not a performance you shake a stick at. And Greg DeRosa had, 6 touches for 21 yards in the run game. I'm just looking here. I'm kind of surprised we weren't able to get him the ball through the air, because that was something that we were trying to get done for sure. Anthony Simpson had an outstanding day with 140 yards receiving and 73 yak yards, so yards after catch, which was outstanding, and obviously he had a play of 71 yards. I thought Mark Pope a little bit showed up. George Johnson, 60 yards receiving. I thought he was solid. And guys, I'm going to be frank with you on this one, okay? We just played a team that's in the top 25. That one right there. We're not in the top 25. And now, next week, we're going to go play a team that's in the top 10. So, the challenges for our players are there. Here's the one good thing. I told them to show up early. I told them to stay late. They showed up early as a football team. They were all there. They were all ready to go. They gave us everything they had. And obviously, when you have 2 big plays really in 2 short yardage situations, those kill you. We started 3 new guys on the back end, both corners and a safety. That's not easy doings now. And, obviously, like we talked about, for the first 35, 37 minutes, we're kind of getting, but they're doing things they're asking of, they're being asked of. And I'll tell you the other thing. There's no quit. There's no lack of effort. There's none of those things. So, please just make sure if somebody's going to get beat up, right here. I'm a big boy. I handle it really well. But don't beat them up, because they're trying. They really are doing everything that we've asked of them. And obviously, falling short at home in that game. That's a tough loss to swallow.
That 71-yard touchdown came on the first play after Toledo scored to go up 10.
Yep.
What did you tell your guys in between those couple plays to get that touchdown? Then that kind of gave you guys some momentum to take that 4-point lead into half.
Just got to keep showing up. That was our whole theme going in. Show up early, stay late. Show up early, stay late. That, and the players were saying it on the sideline. So, that was kind of the theme of the day. We had a couple other individual ones, solve your problems with aggression and all the things that are football related. I want to make sure that I'm clear on that, because one time I was questioned about it, like I was talking about social life and, those kind of things. This is a completely football discussion. Solve your problems with aggression. I can tell you this, our football team's still together. Okay? I can tell you this, they're still working their tails off. And I'm kind of proud of this group, I really am, because they're not easy. And you have those 3 games in a row that were very, very close. Arkansas State, obviously that was I would say, worst effort of the year. But we bounced right back in against a really good opponent. I thought competed hard, but not enough. And that's what I got.
One Lou is a guy that you've spoken very highly about.
Yep.
for his
He had an
ability.
interception today.
Say that again?
He had an interception
Yeah.
today, and he had 3 pass breakups. So 1 interception, 3 pass breakups, first start. What am I supposed to say to him?
Pretty good.
It's pretty good. And that's what I say. Pretty good, Lua.
What made Toledo's rushing attack so difficult to defend?
Well, they're versatile, but the real key is this. They got a big back. Okay, he's 230, 235, and then they got what's Vanderis. He's off tackle, long zone. We did a good job against the long zone. The long zone, it's an off tackle play. It's nothing downhill. It's more right and left of the center, but really off the outside leg of the tackle. But here's the key. The guy that got us was Finn. 13 for 172 in the rushes. And, we did a lot of 4-man rush against them to try to help our back end that were playing their first start. So when you do that, you're relying on those 4 guys up front to help you get the quarterback on the ground. I thought we did a fairly good job of it in the first half, but in the second half, he had a couple big runs that were not good. He had a 56-yarder. That'll kill you right there. So, and he's a legit player now. He'll play on Sundays.
You had the lead at halftime. They come out in the second half, go touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
Yep.
On the first 3.
Yeah, before you even breathe.
Was it just
2 short yardage plays, again, 3rd and 1, back to back. And we went with 2 short yardage defenses. And, you got to fit it. You know what I mean? Everybody has a specific gap, and we didn't fit it. Misfit it twice. So, it's on me.
is it frustrating that the defense
Frustrating?
hasn't been able to stop people in those kind of situations?
Yeah, it has been. The negative is, as frustrating is, and I'm not making any excuses. So, we got to get guys ready. Like Lua had to get ready today. There's no excuse. Had to get ready. Had 3 pass breakups and an interception, okay? We've had several issues injury-wise, and, really, one of our best players, Mahoney, has been hurt the entire year. So that's a problem for us, because you got a guy that is legit, and then Rutherford's been battling as well. So those are the 2 guys that you're hoping for. Now Rutherford, for example, you got to help me with this again. He's one of the leaders in the country of batting balls down or defending passes.
Passes defense when thrown to in coverage.
Yes. So any pass that's thrown to him, how many of them does he defend? Well, he defends as good as anybody in the country. He's up 1, 2, or 3. So if we could get him to play on a week-to-week basis, which I'm hoping that'll happen here in the next week or 2, and the bye week will help us as well, then that'll be a positive, but, like Mahoney. We haven't been able to get him right so he can play on a consistent basis. And when you're subbing at those type positions, that's it's a tall task to get those guys ready to go.
Johnson, any stats
George
on him?
Johnson?
Got any update on him?
I think he's fine. When I got out to him, he was clear-headed, he was fine, he was talking to me. You know, obviously, there'll be some protocol involved, and we'll just see how that plays out.
Your thoughts on the performance of Tyson today? It seemed like, with maybe one or two exceptions, he was,
Yeah,
he
I
was
mean,
really on target.
I mean, this is a guy that we targeted 2 years ago. And we finally got him here. And not only is he a good football player, his leadership and his presentation to his teammates, real deal stuff. Real deal guy. Like, he can run our team anytime he wants. I'm just saying. It's good. He's really good. He's a good player. Carlos, too. We got good players. The quarterback thing was a real negative for us a year ago, right? You guys that were with us a year ago know that. And we've been able to, at least keep one of them rolling, with the exception of one game. And it was the second half of the one game.
We all know how good Tyson is, especially on the ground, but you said, for example, last week he was limited on his runs. So what did you think of his performance in the pocket as a passer today?
Best I've seen from him. I think he's getting his confidence back. He moved around in the pocket at a solid level. I still think we'll see more improvement over the next few weeks. But, I've gone to that board in my office and looked at it, and, I would put the three real close games, this to be the fourth. Obviously, the New Mexico State game is a win, but I'm just going to say this, and you guys can go write about it tomorrow and say he's an idiot. We're getting better, and we're getting closer, and there's things happening in this building that if you came and spent time in watching these guys work, you'd feel pretty good about the University of Massachusetts. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, guys?